Welcome. Triple A Sports. We here, we live in effect. I got my dogs with me. Plus, we got Big Chicken in the house. Special guest. We got Reggie Reg. We got the unbreakable Diallo Benz, aka Uncle Pot Roast, is his other alias. I don't want to call him too many of his names because he got warrants out for his rest. Each alias or whatever.
That's right.
Yo, what's up? How y'all feeling?
Good. Hi, like normal.
Can't complain.
Man. Good. God is good all the time. Yo, so it's a lot that has happened in the sports world. Miguel, welcome back, brother. Welcome back. You missed it. You had a chance, brother, last episode to get Reggie good, bro, because you called out a game and y'all was going back and forth, and it came true. You came to fruition, but you missed it.
Well, yeah, he was right, but after last week, I don't even think he want to bring that up.
I'm here for it.
Yo. So, first off, let's go ahead and start off. We'll start off with the shocker. Let's go. You want to go y'all want to go Notre Dame, USC?
Go ahead.
Start off with college and go Notre Dame, USC.
Yes, I definitely called Notre Dame to win. I thought, that's like my favorite team. I thought we would win, but I didn't think that we would blow USC out. But that just goes to show USC is overrated, overranked, still on the rankings. They got their ass whooped. They're not that good, but I'm glad that Notre Dame beat them.
Hey, I'm gonna say this. Lincoln Riley, he is who we know he is and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's the same shit he brought over from Oklahoma. It's the same style. And if you have a team that can put up numbers with them, it's gonna be they're beatable. And then I'm gonna say this too, me and Reggie talk, because this week of football has been a week of bad coaching on teams that should have won. You know what I'm saying? And Notre Dame, just that coach, black coach, I'm gonna give it up. Listen, he had a scheme, that defensive scheme he had for them, they had no answer for that shit. And then they went in halftime, and guess what? Lincoln Riley didn't do? He made no adjustments for his defense that he had on. He rolled it out to the wheels fall off, and it just didn't work out. He had Caleb Williams on skates. He had him looking like a backup quarterback. Period.
Sure did.
Backup quarterback. So USC, they're very beatable with the Heisman winner on that team.
And I don't think the 3 picks at all helped. He's shown in the past 2 games that he's highly capable of throwing them. And you can't go from throwing 0 picks to randomly throwing more than 1. You can't go from throwing 2 and the next game throw 3 when you face actual defenses. And I feel like that might hurt him a decent amount when it comes to Heisman talk this year compared to the amount of other people they have. I don't know. Just to me, it's looking a little weird.
Hey, you said he looking funny in the light against some defense.
I'll be right back, y'all.
It's just looking weird. I don't know.
What you think about that? You feel like does Caleb have to hold some of that blame? He did play a piss poor ass game.
You can only blame so much on the players, right? You give me the play, I have to execute the play. But if the other person has a better execution and a better scheme for what we're doing, I can't make nothing happen. He can't make people get open who are not open. You feel me? So you gotta. That's why you watch film. You know what I'm saying? And if you run back the film between people blitzing him and people not able to break apart, either you're gonna get sacked, you're gonna throw it away, or you're gonna get interceptions. And they wasn't running the right plays for the style of defense they had for him. And Lincoln Riley, he did not want to change this shit. He left it the same. And Caleb Williams, he was on skates all night, bro. All night he was under duress, but he couldn't do nothing.
I want to agree with both of y'all. Overall, I feel like Notre Dame, actually, surprisingly, USC's defense only gave up, I believe it was 200 and something yards, like 42 yards. That's what their defense gave up. it was the offense was just that horrible, and especially the offensive line. They look like Colorado out there. USC really, to me, looks no better than Colorado right now as far as like the way they protect the quarterback. Even at times defense, even though I just gave USC's defense some props for holding Notre Dame, it's Notre Dame's offense, and their offense isn't a dominant offense anyway. They just run the ball, play ball control, and I just feel that Lincoln Riley, like you said, bad coaching. Lincoln Riley hasn't come through and shown anything. He's basically, this is like watching Oklahoma all over again.
I hate to keep talking about this particular one topic, and I kind of agree with y'all. It is like a coaching thing, but I think that Notre Dame is just flat out better than USC. Flat out.
I can agree with that.
Yeah.
I just don't think that. Listen, bro, it's we learning a lot, and this is a great time for experiment. I've been back and forth with folks on social media all day. We're in an era where we're learning. Does this? We're in an era where we're learning. Shout out to Vico. We're in an era where we're learning. Does this portal system with basically remaking your whole roster? Does it work? And we're learning. With USC is almost in the same. USC, Nebraska. We just talked about it. USC, Nebraska, Colorado, Arizona State, basically all wiped their whole roster clean and started from scratch. Colorado probably with the biggest effect, with the most turnover, but those ones. Did my thing just close all the way?
I think so.
Big StreamYard tripping. But Colorado is the most with the most changeover and everything is showing. So we're learning. In these next 2 years, like you said, like we talked about, give them time so we can know for sure. But it's looking like it's not working. It's looking like right now it's not working for nobody. I mean, you see what Colorado's record is. You see what USC's record is. Now we have to see what's going to happen with the rest.
I disagree. You talk about the transfer portal?
Yeah, so we're not. I'm not saying that using the transfer portal is wrong. That's not what I'm saying.
Are you saying it doesn't work?
No, what I'm saying is retooling your 90% to 80% of your roster using the transfer portal. Does that work or does that not work?
It depends on
it doesn't work. It doesn't work in the NFL.
I don't think that Colorado is really 80% like revamped unless
83% of their players on the roster is new.
Okay, well that's one case.
But
if we're asking, does the transfer portal work? Yes, absolutely. It's a proven fact.
Yeah, so it's not about does the transfer portal
Cam
work.
Newton is proof of that.
Right. So it's not about does the transfer portal work or not work. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is redoing over 50% of your roster using the transfer portal in a season. That's what we're talking about. We're talking about the choice Colorado made that where USC did. I believe USC was like 40-something%, and Arizona State was like 48%. I believe Nebraska was a high percentage too. Like these schools.
But it kind of go hand in hand, right? Because if I'm a new coach coming in somewhere to a team that even though these kids may have been together for a couple of years, but if they're not winning shit, why would I come in as a coach and keep majority of the kids?
Right. When it was 1 in 10.
If I'm going to lose, I'm going to lose my way by doing things my way, not by taking the same kids and doing some Lee Corso shit like, well, I'm going to just train these kids up and they didn't win shit last year. You know what I'm saying? And so I think the transport portal is fucking awesome, but we do know as a team you got to have some type of camaraderie. They got to be together for a while, so you can't expect all 11 players to be clicking at one time. But it does invite you to a lot of different skill positions and players to come to try to make your team a little bit better than what it was the year before.
It definitely works. It works.
Duran says, I disagree. Only a small amount of schools have that many kids from the transfer portal. It's only right now. We're doing with a small sample size. So I believe I said we only have 4 to 5 schools that are really testing out this experiment. I feel for a fact that we don't know because this hasn't been done on this level before. Most guys, when they do take over a school, they come in and they got to start with what they're working with. And a lot of times, like for example, the talent at Texas A&M, is that the players suck ass or is that bad coaching? With all the high recruiting classes that they got in and the level of institution that is, and at the standard they are at, if a new coach comes in there and his offensive scheme and just the way he runs that program could turn that program around the next season. He doesn't have to overhaul the whole roster. But the way Jimbo was running it, it makes it look like they're sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I gotta get that Vivo. I gotta get that 5. I got it on the 4. You definitely can't beat me on that, but I need to upgrade my life though.
So what we got next? We have Washington beats Oregon. Let's go. Washington beats Oregon.
I called it. That's one I got right. The other one I got right. The rest of the picks, my college was wrong, but called it. I knew that because Oregon been in a lot of tough games with teams they probably shouldn't have. Yeah, they put Colorado on their ass, as they should. But like I said, Colorado is not a top 25 team. So that doesn't really mean shit. You know what I'm saying? The other games that they was in with decent teams, they was all struggles. Every last one of them. So I figured, hey, you play a team that's on your caliber, you're going to lose. They lost.
And you know what? I'm glad he lost that game because we playing for click shit still fucking irk my fucking nerves and shit like that. I'm glad he lost that fucking game. But and now he looking real saucy right now. But now I'm gonna say this: Washington Huskies, right? They're another team, high-powered offense, right? They're like another USC type team. You know what I'm saying? Really no defense. And so that team is going to be hard to beat because they putting up mega numbers, dog. I'm talking about this dude. I don't know why this quarterback's not being talked about that much, but I was looking at his stats, dog, and it's ridiculous, bro. The amount of yards he's putting up per game. Go ahead.
How did they not get Colorado on their schedule? That's the thing I don't understand.
I don't know. That's a good question. That's a real good question. But hey, listen, that's Washington's a good squad. Dog. They were sleeping on me. I didn't know who they was to this year, bro. I'm like, who this kid right here throwing his ball like this, man? And black quarterback at that too. And so I ain't got too much to say. I really, but you know what's crazy? Somebody betted me, and I did bet with the Washington Huskies. I did bet that because I felt like the quarterback was a better quarterback than old ass Bo Nix. I really felt that way, and it came out to be what I wanted it to be. So I take that little change.
Yo, here's where I try to show you how fair I am. Washington wouldn't be in the place they are if it wasn't for the portal. Penix came over from Indiana. Penix gave Ohio State that one year some problems when he was at Indiana. He was a good quarterback in Indiana, but it's Indiana. And it's always going to go over people's head when you watch them play because nobody watches them play.
Right, because they ain't got shit else.
And they got shit else. So him transferring to the school, and that's like kind of like they didn't overtool their whole roster, but they brought in the pieces they need. And now look at Washington. They out here balling and handling business. So, you know, the transfer portal does work. So I can't say it doesn't work. So, yes, there's an example of the transfer portal working. Look at the Huskies. Look how they're playing. Even hell, I think Oregon got some players to the portal.
I think wasn't Bo Nix. Bo Nix was
Bo
a
Nix
transfer.
Bo Nix to the portal. So
he is the portal.
Bo Nix old as hell, bro. He was probably around before the portal. But Dana is right, man. About Penix coming from Indiana. Do you want to speak on the man?
Yeah, I want to hit Dana.
I think the thing that Penix really showed is that he's one of the first quarterbacks I've seen actually have heart. Where you could tell during those last drives, he was struggling. Like his leg, he was getting sacked. He was just getting hit the whole time. And the thing is, he stayed in. and he kept running plays. He didn't let it stop. He didn't slow down. He kept trying to throw at his best speed. And I think he's one of the first quarterbacks I've really seen in recent time really show that at the best level he could and even still won the game. And I don't think that can be taken away from him.
What's dude that played for Louisville maybe about 5 or 6 years ago? I can't think of his name. He looks a lot like him. Bridgewater.
Oh, Teddy?
Mm-hmm. He looks like Bridgewater in college.
I can see that. He physically looks like him, but yeah, I can see a little bit of Teddy. On the field, he looks like him a little bit too.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go Miami USC. So let's jump onto this Miami UNC game. What y'all think about that one?
UNC is for real. For the first time ever.
That Tez Walker kid, that receiver that just got eligible, oh, he was torching Miami.
Mm-hmm.
I think he
Man,
had 200.
I'm gonna say this because I'm a Hurricane fan, right?
Oh, man.
When that coach decided to make that stupid ass lollipop dumbass decision to run the ball and get the fumble, I told everybody, I said shit like that will cause a landslide of losses, dog. You know what I'm saying? You can't tell me right now the players in that locker room is not looking at that coach like, bro, what the fuck did you just do? That can change the whole momentum that you had going on. Because really, I feel like Miami is overachieving this year to me. You know what I'm saying? And that loss, bro. Listen, they about to lose. I think they might lose out the rest of the season because of that bullshit, bro. Me personally, bro. North Carolina, they good. I felt like we could have beat them, but it didn't happen. But I just feel like that decision to call that play from last week it unaffected the locker room. That's me personally.
Yo, Reggie, you want to read that?
He said, can y'all really tell me what is Caleb Williams doing in college that Cam Newton, Lamar Jackson, Tebow, Mike Vick, Vince Young, or Trevor Lawrence haven't done? Because it seems like every couple years they try and do this. Well, I'll tell you, to me, he's not good as nobody that you just named. Well, he's better. He'll be a better pro athlete than Tebow, but the rest of the people that you just named, they all better than him.
Woo, that's tough talk. I don't know.
It's the truth. Listen, Vince Young, way better than him. Cam Newton, way better than him. Tebow is probably one of the best college players we've ever seen. Mike Vick, way better than him. Okay, he's probably better than Trevor Lawrence.
Wait,
I don't know about that.
Maybe. Listen, Lamar Jackson, one Heisman. Mike Vick, we already know. Tebow, look at the numbers, bro.
Wow.
Is you crazy? Dana, did you listen? Did you see what Cam Newton did the 1 year at Auburn? Just the 1 year. Nobody could fucking stop him. Nobody. Tell me one other motherfucking player on offense, wide receiver, tight end, fullback, anything that played on that team, Dana.
Well, bro, I mean, if that's the case, then Michael Vick is better than all of them from a college standpoint. But as far as the game translating over, translating the game over to the next level, it probably does go Trevor Lawrence, Caleb. Who else did he name?
Caleb, listen, Cam Newton is the best short yardage quarterback
Lamar
of all time.
Jackson. You said Cam Newton is what?
Cam Newton is the best short yardage quarterback in NFL history.
I might go to Tim Tebow, man. I don't know. Bro, we forget why Tim Tebow was a dog.
I'm talking about NFL.
Listen,
Tim Tebow started over Cam.
I'm gonna say because Cam was in trouble in college, man. He was still in laptops.
Yeah, Cam's sweeter than him.
Listen, let me say this, bro. With Tebow, right? Tebow, you know how much talent Tebow was surrounded by, though?
That's true.
Nobody never put that in emphasis, right? They always say he was the greatest college back. Dog, almost every skill position, them niggas went pro, dog.
He wasn't throwing it, though. He wasn't throwing it to him.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Bro, come on, bro. I feel like Tebow get too much credit at that, you know what I'm saying? But he has so many, bro. Come on, Percy Harvin was oh my god, bro. Hernandez, he just had so many people, bro. Look at the team, bro. If y'all ain't watched the documentary of the Swamp, dog, listen, bro. He had so many players, dog. It was ridiculous, dog. And I hate how they did my dog Chris Leak, bro. But they just took Chris Leak out that motherfucker. We could put Tebow in. They fucked him real bad. But anyway,
Chris Leak was sweet, but he wasn't like Tebow though.
After
Chris Leak was gone, Tebow was cold.
Yeah, Tebow was the truth, man. I'm not going to crap on him because he was a horrible NFL player. He's one of the best college players of all time.
Yeah, he
is. One of the best college quarterbacks.
But why didn't it transfer? Why didn't it transfer?
You said why did who transfer?
Why didn't his great college career transfer into the NFL? Because he got on a team that the team wasn't good, and he have all them damn skilled players like that he had in college, bro.
Bro, I mean that happens for a lot of great quarterbacks. I mean, if you really look at it,
Lamar 3 years in the league, bro.
You say what?
You got a playoff victory.
Like 3 years, bro.
Because he was an athlete. He was an athlete.
Be a backup, dog.
Listen, he got a playoff victory.
He got that big.
Hey, Reggie, Josh McCown was a backup for at least 9 years, nigga. Like, come on, bro. Tim Tebow couldn't be a backup for at least 5-6 years.
Dana, tell him. Listen, because he beat Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh on a 60-yard bomb, right? If we listen, I like Denver. If we wouldn't have got Manning, we would have went back to the playoffs again, bro. With him, because listen, we had the best running attack in the NFL, bro. With him, fact.
I'm in this shit.
Bro, because this is what happened, and this is what happens a lot of times to our players. A lot of coaches, Baltimore did it best, and they put the system to fit their amazing athlete to let him continue to grow into the quarterback he needed to be, and that's what they did for Lamar Jackson. Denver and John Elway was not patient and not trying to do that with Tim Tebow.
Listen, Hurts is not that much better than Tebow. He's better than him, but he's not that much better than him.
Bro, how many you gotta understand, bro? The quarterback position is high demand in the NFL, bro. You know how many teams in the NFL, bro? Some teams carry 3 quarterbacks. He couldn't even be a third string.
You're saying, but it's about the system. The biggest thing is that it's the system and the foundation and the infrastructure that a team puts around a young quarterback. If you take it, look at Chicago right now, what they're doing to Justin Fields. It's not like Justin Fields forgot how to play quarterback. It's just that their infrastructure in their team is just shot from in the management department all the way down to the bottom. So it's shot and shoddy. So therefore,
we just got all the way to the NFL to Tebow.
You say what?
I said we didn't got all the way to the NFL.
Yeah, I mean we did. Man, we got to finish up this college thing and then we jump to NFL. Who we got next college, Manny?
We could talk about a big one, or one at least that's really impactful, of OSU destroying Purdue and doing what they're supposed to.
Finally looking like they actually a good team, somewhat putting together a good game plan.
Another bye week for them.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
With Purdue. Although Purdue did upset them to 1 year.
What? When, damn, that had to have been in BC.
Who else we got, Manny?
We got also got Georgia versus Vandy. Just beat them like
they screwed me on the spread, bro. They screwed us on the spread, bro. Bro, hey man, this sports gambling, this DraftKings and this what's the one we do? FanDuel. Man, this make you look at football. These sports a whole different way. A whole different way. These games is rigged, bro. I'll be mad.
Nah. Ohio State, listen, Dana, you know that was an easy fucking week. You know Ohio State has about 4 or 5 good, easy games a year. You know that. I'm not grading them. There's a lot of teams like that. They ain't the only one like that.
Yeah. So we go to let's we running a little bit there. Let's go to UCLA before we hit on the big one. UCLA loses to Oregon State 36-24. UCLA had a good season last year. I think this year is it should be a regression year. They got a true freshman starting at quarterback. Dante Moore, I believe, is his name, out of Detroit. Talented kid, but it's going to take a while.
I lost on that one. I thought UCLA was going to win.
So, I don't know. You want to jump to the one that a lot of people Miguel woke up mad as hell over?
We can do that.
Pull up the pick.
I really don't want to keep talking about Colorado. It's just like, to me, we'd be talking about them for nothing. They're 4-3.
It's because if you talk about them before, you got to talk about them now. You got to talk about it all stages. That's the only way you can do it correctly.
Yeah, we was screaming for them when they was up. Now we got to take this ride as they slide down. This shows that we truly.
I'm gonna say this because
Come on, man. This ain't even news. They 4-3. Come on, man. Why are we talking about these people?
But you, the reason why you got to talk about it is because it's not the team. Because if it was any other team, I'm gonna say the same thing. And what pisses me off is how the fuck you lose a game and you up 29-0, bro.
You get
so it was like,
what did you say, Miguel? What did you say? What was your main thing you said you seen all weekend?
bro, bad. Listen, bro. Bad. Listen, I see it every week, bro. I told Reggie on the phone the other day. I said, listen, I can watch that game and call out the plays before they do it. So if I'm a nigga who be watching, if I'm home on my couch calling out the plays, you think these other people who's getting paid to watch for schemes don't see this shit? It's like, bro. And then, for example, my coach always told me, if we playing against a team, no matter what sport it was, right? He'll say, you know what? Before he beat us by himself, we're gonna let the whole team beat us. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna double cover this motherfucker the whole game. Somebody else gonna have to catch the ball, dog. So now the third wide receiver gotta come their best wide receiver. But it's simple coaching, dog. It's simple. Mm-hmm. But guess what? They stuck in their ways. They're gonna try to make the shit work. And it got to a point. I kind of felt the dude stop Meyer 23 because he's like, man, y'all see me getting scored. Nigga, help me. Help me. See what I'm saying? He calling the plays out too. But they got to remember the Titans 1, 2, 3, 4 plays and shit. You know what I'm saying? And then what I got mad at, even if they couldn't stop them, so y'all ain't gonna play no more offense no more. Y'all ain't gonna score no more. They scored a touchdown. Now we gotta score one. Like, what stopped the offense from scoring and shit? Like, the offensive play call just switched the plays. Oh man, I'm done. Go ahead, I'm done with that shit, man. That shit, bro.
Reggie, you gonna speak on it? You gonna pass?
Yeah. I just put it like this. Okay, I just think everybody there is learning on the fly, including Dion. That is bad coaching. They fucking short staff. They need to put a for hiring fucking sign out there because they missing motherfucking players. They ain't got no goddamn defense. Why you can light their ass up? Fact. Hunter, they doing him a misjustice. Okay, he just came back from fucking injury. Why the fuck are you playing him on both sides of the ball? He out there tired as fuck. He gotta be. Listen, if I'm another team, I've not got an elite wide receiver. I'm going at him and whoever else every motherfucking play. Listen, they missing about, like he said, Dion, about 7 or 8 dogs and a few cats too. Maybe next year they'll be better, but listen, you lost to Stanford when you was up big time. Why not just run the ball? Why?
The big thing to me is the reason you would keep him out there is because, to be fair, the dude he was guarding wasn't that good early in the season. He only had 1 touchdown on the season. So, I mean, to be fair.
So, does that make it worse?
It makes it worse. Because, to be fair, you don't expect him to go out for an 89-yard bomb. You can't do that. You can't expect it. But eventually you should learn, but they didn't learn.
Big Chicken. I was telling Jamar, I was putting my picks during halftime, right? I was like, I looked at this dude, his stats for the half. He had 11 yards going into halftime. And so I said, you know what, I'm gonna pick him because I know he ain't gonna get 80 yards in another half. How the fuck you go from getting 11 yards at halftime to end up with 294 yards and 3 TDs, dog?
That motherfucker went in halftime, opened up a can of spinach.
But guess what? Listen, I'm gonna say this though. If that was somebody in the NFL, guess what? They getting a knock at the door. Hey,
Getting tested.
run this test. They getting tested.
Listen, you own something.
You own something, bro. They ain't even test that nigga. That nigga need to get tested, bro.
Right. Get a shot.
Bro.
You got a shot of something, cortisone, something, motherfucker.
Yo, I think if I'm gonna be fair, I feel Colorado's biggest adjustment is, and a lot of schools go through it, is making adjustments. They come out with a good game plan, and once they get punched real hard or whatever case, the game plan goes out the window. And so, yeah, everybody got a game plan until they get hit and punched in the motherfucking mouth. So I feel that's what happened. But here's a bigger thing, and Miguel said it, in USC and Colorado's going through it. It has nothing to do with the transfer portal, but it has something to do with coaching and discipline. Penalties. Colorado is like, I think, top 5 for most penalized teams, or most penalized team in the nation. And the kids, that's coaching. That's a cultural thing. That's coaching. That's coaches and discipline that they need to get these kids in check. I think all these kids are playing like they're all thinking that they're superstars because the media is telling them they're superstars. No, your coach is a superstar. You guys is just a whole bunch of motherfuckers that couldn't cut it at other schools and left to go get some playing time and play for a superstar. That's the reality of it. Listen, because they got at least six former Florida State players on there that went in the starting lineup. I know some of my players and was seeing some of my players getting beat and say, glad he ain't with us no more.
Oh, man.
So
look, but why his son be always acting like he in the Cash Money video? That motherfucker be like bling bling every time I come around, bling bling. When he lose, he don't say shit. He don't say nothing.
Hey, even the receiver did it. He was running out there after he had that big game.
All the motherfuckers look like BG and Turk. All of them.
Hey, but overall, I think Colorado will be good. It's the first year, like everybody keeps stressing. And I still think they're normally to build a team, you're 3 to 4 years away, even with the portal, as USC is learning with utilizing the portal and still coming from a big time school that's used to recruiting at least good kids. You're still 3 to 4 years. You don't get offensive linemen overnight. Look at Ohio State. Their struggles is the offensive line, and those kids only 2 of those kids are transfer portal kids, and they still struggle at that position. So it takes a lot, and it takes time to build a team. So I say that for Coach Prime, but Travis Hunter just getting played too much. The kid, I think teams realize now though, if Colorado's going to keep playing them, we're just going to start put physical receivers on them. We're going to block them, run the ball towards him, have him blocked and wear him down physically all game. Hell, they might even let him get his funky off on offense. They want him to because it tires him on defense.
And let me ask y'all a question about Travis Hunter. Is he a better DB or a better wide receiver?
Looking like a better wide receiver right now.
I don't know.
So y'all want to jump into this NFL?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh man, I can't move the thing. How you gonna walk away and I can't move the shit?
What are we talking about first?
We're gonna go with 49ers lose to Browns.
Again, bad coaching, bro. Ain't no way. Listen, bro. Ain't no way in the fuck you losing no motherfucking PJ Walker, dog. Listen, PJ Walker, bro. Listen, that whole game got me so frustrated, bro. But the Browns just outcoached them, bro. I'm gonna give kudos to the Browns and their coaching staff. They outcoached the motherfuckers, bro. That defense was retarded, bro. I really thought that the 49ers was gonna blow their ass out the box dealing with PJ Walker at quarterback, but the defense was pretty much the offense, and they held their own and put them in position to win. But at the end, like, what's up with the field goal kicker? But he got to walk home. You know what I'm saying? The 49ers put them in position to win, and like it was only like a 42-yard field goal, no win, nothing like that. Like how he missed that? But yeah, it was bad coaching in that one. This was a week of bad coaching for me. But that was a game the 49ers should have won, but they didn't. Shit happens.
Reggie, you got anything to say on that one?
He said mostly everything I thought. I think it's more of good coaching on Cleveland. If you look at the way that Cleveland is set up as a team, they're set up pretty similar to the 49ers. With that injury at quarterback, that makes them play how the 49ers play too. They got to get rid of the ball quick. A lot of screen action, good D, keeping pressure on the quarterback, wide receivers locked up. Deebo Sanders going down, that kind of helped the situation as well. Because now they can't, right. Now they can't run the ball like they want to. The screen game is kind of shut down. And now they don't really have a serious receiver threat. So, a lot of things played in Cleveland's hand, but it was good defense. It was a good coaching scheme. I think that San Francisco that may just have been a wake-up call for them. They may have been a little bit too big-headed after their wins of recent. And you lost. It was about time for them to lose, though.
Fair enough. I don't know what to say, man. Who knew PJ? Who knew? I mean, hell, that's a game could have made some money on. That I'd have known, but you don't know. We got next up. Let's go with my Eagles. Or me and Big Chicken's Eagles.
Bruh. Jalen Hurts is who I've been telling y'all who this sorry joker is. I don't care. Listen, bro. Jalen Hurts is a game manager, bro. I keep telling people this, dog. Jalen Hurts, he has too many weapons over there for them not to be putting up damn near 30-plus points a game, bro. And guess who they just signed? Guess who old ass they just signed? Julio Jones. He just got signed for a 1-year deal. I'm like, who else he need over that motherfucker to win? And so that lets me know when he get put in a tight game, he can't overcome that hump. Now when they're winning big, like another Dak Prescott type player and shit like that, he looking real good and shit like that. But when he's playing from behind or at a close game, it'd be hard for him to pull out wins, man. Because something like that interception he threw at that last minute, I'm like, bro, like, who was you looking at? There wasn't even nobody there. The man with double cover, triple cover, like what's going on? He's not a bad quarterback, but he's like a mid-level quarterback, bro. He can manage a game real good. He's not gonna make too many bad decisions, and he'll hit the open throws. But I'm gonna have to argue on that. But they lost. People gonna say, "Well, it's the come on, bro." I don't give a damn about that. They got too many players over there, bro. But to score 14 points the whole game.
I think the biggest thing is coaching. I think this is a coaching game. To be fair, Jalen did throw like he never threw a game before and started running around like he's playing Madden. I don't know why he started doing that. You can't suggest that. But to be fair, receivers weren't getting open as much as they should have. For you to have A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith and one of the best tight ends in Goddard, they have to be open, but the coaches are just calling bad plays.
When we talk about a quarterback like that, Miguel, it was tough out there. Nobody was open. Tell him, Manny.
It's to be fair, Jalen did look like he didn't know what he was doing, though. He started trying to run out the pocket and throw quick passes and stuff, running it for a couple yards.
Yeah.
And it's a big change in coaching. I think is his biggest problem right now. Yeah, and it's going to hurt him in the long run.
Yeah, we got a new coordinator. Yeah.
Well, what I say is I think that Jalen Hurts just fucked up. He definitely fucked up. That, like Miguel said, that last play. Wow. Okay, so the receiver you threw it to is not even really 6 foot tall. Why would you throw that in triple coverage way down the field? He's fast as fucking lightning, but that's not where you want to throw it to him at. You throw that past to Brown, he can go up and push somebody down and grab it and shit. Devontae Smith is not doing all that, so that was stupid. Like I said, earlier, Hurst, he's a good player. He's a good player. He's a smart player too, but he's not that much better than what Tim Tebow was. He's a more accurate passer. He has way more weapons than him. I still believe in him. I think he's a little bit past a game manager. The quarterback position in the NFL is not a position that is plentiful with good quarterbacks. It's not plentiful. You know what I'm saying? So I'm keeping him. I'm rocking with him because there's nobody out there that Philadelphia is going to be able to get that's better than him.
That's very true. At 93 quarterbacks, I will say that.
It's not. And then another thing that ain't nobody saying, the Jets are serious. The Jets are for real. Just imagine if Aaron Rodgers was playing.
Oh, they'd be a problem.
Listen, they might go they'll probably win about 12 games if he was healthy and playing. They're serious. They are a serious team. We said it before the season even started. So
I'm gonna throw this out there too, right? And I'm look at the games when they first started out their first 2 games, right? Mm-hmm. Devontae Smith was getting a lot of targets, right? Mm-hmm. When AJ Brown started bitching and crying, dog, I promise, like the offense just changed, dog. Like he's forcing a lot of balls to AJ Brown when he don't have to. Like before, he was just throwing it to the open receivers, and now he's forcing a lot. Just look at the games, bro, and how the offense was flowing the first 2 games. And when AJ Brown started bitching and crying, dog, like the offense don't even look the same anymore. So, but I don't think he can get them win a Super Bowl. I think he can get them into the playoffs, deep to the playoffs, and maybe see another Super Bowl. But I don't think they can win a Super Bowl with Jalen Hurts unless they run game is tremendous. But I don't think they can win a Super Bowl. I don't think they can win it.
But listen, they got a play that you can't stop.
Oh, the Bush Push, aka the.
What it's going to take for them to win? Like, okay, say for instance, they're going to play the Chiefs. That's what they're going to have to play. If they get to the Super Bowl, they're going to have to beat the Chiefs. The only way they're going to be able to beat them is if the Chiefs completely shut them down. I mean, if they shut the Chiefs down, my bad. Because Philadelphia is not going to be able to beat them in a shootout. You're not.
We had injuries to that game like the 49ers did. Ours was on the defense, though. I mean, I'm not making excuses, just providing context.
No, I'm talking about if you run it back.
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah, of course. Yeah, I just wanted to.
Yeah, you're gonna have to lean on the defense to beat them because you can't beat them in the shootout.
Okay. We got up next the Cowboys last night beat the San Diego Chargers. A little bit of a brawl before the game.
I lost money on that game, right? This is what I don't understand about NFL. What is it now with this year? What is it with now this year? Everybody goes for it on 4th and 2 and 4th and 1 instead of kicking the fucking field goal and getting the points. That dude Staley, bro, he was in the red zone 3 times, didn't come up with no points. You kick 3 field goals, these motherfuckers easily win 26-20 if you kick the field goals. And then Herbert had a terrible game. He was missing what's his name? Keenan Allen. He was open so many targets. I'm talking about overthrowing him, terrible overthrows with him. I didn't know what was going on with my dog Justin Herbert last night. But
Justin
Cowboys,
Sherbert?
they still trash. Justin Herbert, yeah. But
Justin Sherbert, he was soft like Sherbert.
Yeah, but the Cowboys, they still trash. They still trash. They ain't shaking.
Reg?
I thought that Dallas was going to lose. I picked the Chargers for the upset, but hey, sometimes Dallas wins. I'm not a big fan. Dallas is loaded, but I thought the Chargers was going to win at home.
It's one of those things. I because I'm an Eagles fan, I always want the Cowboys to lose. I think the Cowboys are the Cowboys. I think they got key pieces, so I feel like we're going to see the same story that happens every season. They'll go far. They might even only lose 4 to 5 games this season, and go and lose in the first. Well, go and lose in whatever the first game they got to play in the playoffs. Maybe win it, but lose in the next round. So I'm not worried. I think the Chargers have a lot of issues, and they need to work on finishing some things. But we'll see. We'll see on that one. So up next, the Lions versus the Buccaneers, and let me ask y'all this question real quick. Do y'all feel that the Buccaneers are for not Buccaneers, but the Lions are real?
Yeah. Yeah, I think especially if they play indoors, I think it's hard to beat them. So when they're at home, it's hard to beat them. When they play indoors as well, you got to look at their division too. Aaron Rodgers is gone, so it's not going to be hard to win that. You got to figure, okay, Chicago, trash. Minnesota,
Trash.
I can't say they're trash. They're mid. And who else? And then them. So they good to go. You know, they're gonna definitely make the playoffs. I don't know if they completely ready to make a good playoff run, but they're gonna definitely get there.
Listen, I'm gonna say this. That boy Jared Goff is in a good system that works for him.
Mm-hmm.
They can put up some big points, especially indoors. They can put some big points up on you, and they got a nice little defense too. If Montgomery and the other boy come back, because Montgomery got hurt again, they kind of to their third string running back. But them two running backs come back, dog, and stay healthy, dog. Detroit gonna be a problem, dog. For real.
And the Packers. That's what I meant. I couldn't think of who it was.
I think Detroit is the real deal. They look good on defense. Hell, they drafted high enough for the past few seasons that
that part.
but I think coaching brought in some veterans to help them young kids, and they let them kids be who they was, and they're growing and they're showing it. They got a good coach for a change, and hopefully the franchise doesn't do what Detroit normally does, hook it up, and then mess up a good thing. So hopefully they stay the course, and don't look like trash. The Buccaneers are going to be what, 8-9 team, maybe 9-8 team. I think Baker Mayfield is okay, but I believe it was Reggie who said it. He'll be gone if not this season, the following season when they're in a position to draft a good quarterback.
They're gonna have to.
So I think that was one of the biggest things. So up next, I wanted to jump in before we do our picks. Ooh, sporting news, and some of it we talked about already, but I wanted to get you guys' opinion on this. NIL. A lot of teams is making some good money. Well, a lot of players are making money. We know that these schools have made money off of these players. But I wanted to have a short but honest conversation about the gifts and the curses of NIL. And can we be honest about it in that sense? Because yes, we always love when somebody get a chance to capitalize off of their skill set. But does the money sometimes ruin? Can the money have a negative effect also, I should say? So I would ask, let me start off with Big Chicken first. What do you think as far as NIL? Is it all positive and no negative, or can there be negatives?
I think the negatives is people going to the next level now. Where I think Shadir said it the best. He's like, yeah, I'm not going to go. I'm going to stay all my years in Colorado. And I get people like, oh, it's because he wants to stay with his dad. It's because, no, he's making too much money to go for a rookie deal right now. He's making $5.2 million. That's almost impossible to give up. And I feel like it's going to harm future careers because people are going to be too much of college people instead of going to the NFL a little bit early so they can get a lot more of that time and experience in, but are going to stay facing college students and not adjust properly. At least that's how I see it as. But I do see it as positive because they're making the money they should be making. This is no argument against it.
Reggie, you want to go next?
Yeah, I think it's all positive. Everybody's been making billions of dollars off of people, off of these kids' backs. You know what I'm saying? Then you also have to look at the aspect of they've been getting paid for years. Listen, let's be real. We all know that they've been getting paid for years. So now they don't have to be punished for the situation. NFL is the no fun league. And the NFL should have nothing to do with the way that college sports are played. They already have a rule where you got to be 21 years old to play in their league, you know, just because they want it that way. I don't like how they have the draft and how much money people can make and things like that, because you got to realize these owners are making billions. And especially when it comes to like the running back position. Say for instance, if you're a running back and you got an NIL deal, there's no way in hell I'm going to the pro. I'm going to stay as long as I can possibly can. Or even with, with the Colorado players, with Travis Henry and Shador. I'm not leaving. I'm staying as long as I can, because, once they get that contract in the NFL, they're making these teams billions of dollars. So it's kind of like a slavery like mentality, So that's why, you see a lot of people not liking it, because the money is going to the right people and now the players are in control. So definitely, I love it.
Talk to me. Go ahead.
Now, what we gotta understand with the NIL, right? When they pull up this rounded figure number, let's say 5.1, we do know that's not considered all cash flow money, right? Like, people think that's all this. He got 5.8 in the bank. That's just all these deals. Whether it's they gave him a car or whatever they gave him, that's all collectively tied in with that and the money. So it don't be all just he just sitting up on this cash. You know what I'm saying? But it's a positive to me, because me and Jamar, we always talk about it. But here it's a gift and a curse. You have to understand, to get an NIL deal, you have to what? You have to perform. You have to perform. So a person like Travis Hunter, he's performing on both sides of the balls and shit like that. And if he's not performing well on one, it's like, bro. And that's why the NFL even put that out there, like, hey, bro, you have to pick and decide which one you gonna do. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause you can fuck around, and start losing NILs. This is on bad play and shit like that. So, but like Big Chicken say, and like Reggie said, and like I said from the beginning, bro, why would I leave? Like, why would I? If I'm looking at, especially if you like I say, for instance, you projected to be a 3rd round pick type running back or whatever the case may be, because now they don't cherish the running back how they used to. So you can be in college, you can be a decent running back. You know what I'm saying? But shit, if you hanging around a motherfucker 2nd, 3rd round, a 3rd round, motherfucker gonna leave you there and pick you up, man. That's why I showed you Isaiah Pacheco contract. You know what I'm saying? And we broke that down. That shit was wild. I'm like, that shit crazy. They running the death out that motherfucker. He only getting $750,000, and they running him like he a goddamn top tier running back and shit. You know what I'm saying? And
That's
so,
why they're doing it. Because they're doing it for the low.
Right, for the low. And so if I'm making more money in college, why wouldn't I maximize all my years out? You feel me? Shit, you can't really say, well, what if you get hurt? Shit, same thing. If you get hurt in the NFL, you only making $700,000. It's the same shit. So I feel like everybody's situation is different. So whatever you can capitalize off, you do it, because like Reggie said, they've been doing this shit for years and not paying anything. Pimping. And that's not even counting all the fucking video games we played with these niggas and shit, college games and all that shit, bro, with these players. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's a positive, and now college players have leverage like a motherfucker.
I think it's there are more positives than there could be negatives to it. Anytime a person has a chance to recoup or to earn off of the worth that they've created, their worth off their name, image, and likeness, I think it's great. I feel that it's owed to these players. I feel like the system is taking advantage of them for way too long, where it becomes a curse is that now it becomes a business to them. So with it becoming a business, now you are emboldened to go out there and like Miguel said, you got to perform. Now you go out there, and it happens in the NFL too. Now you got these guys that go out there, and now everything is based off of, now they're incentive driven, because now they want to get more money. So now it's as players who made us always turned off about the NFL is that it's been a me league, because these players are trying to get their next contract and trying to perform in that way. So you got guys out there fussing like Devontae Smith was fussing at Jalen Hurts. about not getting the ball. And you have those different things that take place now too, because these kids need to get their stats. Beforehand, before it was about money, it was easier to get kids to sit. It was easier to get kids to kind of chill out and wait their turn. Now they're going to become more impatient, and now they're going to go ahead and you don't get a chance to build up and stabilize your program and get out, because kids are now like, it's all about the money, must be the money. And when you're chasing the money, sometimes you make decisions that's not always the best long term, because you're thinking about the short term NIL deal. The college eligibility is going to run out at some point. The thing going back to running backs, like you guys said, is this: a running back knows their shelf life is short. And the thing about NIL, not everybody's getting Shador type money.
Like, how much would Pacheco have made if he would have stayed in college?
He wouldn't make. They wasn't giving him. He wasn't that dude in college. So, and you got to think about a running back's shelf life is short. And if you have a chance and they change the NFL league thing to they lower it, he could have been in the NFL and been working towards his second contract, the big contract where he makes his money, which is going to be more money that he would ever see, and he'll have less wear and tear on his body. And so that's the biggest thing about it, is the wear and tear on a running back's body. And so, yeah, you can stay in college. That's more carries, which means more wear, more tear, more damage to your body, more banging up of your body. So it's the gift and the curse to it. They should get paid what they're worth, but a lot of them are going to stay because they're going to be like, yo, I can make more money, which therefore in turn, as you as a coach, or if I'm as a coach, or Miguel used to be a coach, now you got this hot freshman that you can't wait to get out there. But now you got to tell him to chill because this dude doesn't like his draft status, and he's making $4 million because he's a top running back, and normally he would have left, but now he's staying because he can make that. Now you lose out on your future. So now you're back to scrambling.
All you got to do.
I understand the player's perspective, but I'm just saying in the grand scheme of it, there's a gift and a curse to it.
Listen, all you got to do is lower the NFL age.
That's what I said. Yeah.
That's all you got to do.
Yeah, so that's why I said that part in there too. It's a gift and a curse, because and the NFL may do it because they'll lose out. The problem is Caleb Williams wants to dictate where he gets drafted to. So his threat is like, yo, now that I'm making money, I don't have to come out because I can dictate. I now can wait a year and dictate. But the thing is this, like, once you in the NFL is not the NBA. In the NFL, once you say you're going pro, you can't come back. NBA,
you can't make the rules though. They did.
You said what?
That he didn't make the rules. They did.
Yeah. So I'm just sitting there saying there's a gift and a curse to it. And some will stay for the money, get hurt, run the risk of getting hurt and putting themselves out for the season. Some will make so there's positives, but yes, they should get what they deserve. Yes, paying the players is a good thing. Yes to all those things, but there also is a negative. Once you introduce money into a situation, whether it's a friendship, whether it's college football, whether you start playing these NFL players, all this money. Deion said it best. He was like, when he can't coach in the NFL, he said, because how am I going to tell these kids making all this money what to do? So that mentality will eventually shift down to these college kids that you're trying to coach.
Well, hey, people had to deal with him when he was making all that money and bragging about it.
He was balling. He was balling. So Kevin Porter Jr., I know everybody's heard about him putting assault on his girlfriend or was traded to the Thunder and then waived. Traded from the Rockets to the Thunder and then waived he was traded for 2 second-round picks. It's pretty much safe to say that this brother's career in basketball is done. I don't know if you heard about the story about what he did. Did you, Miguel?
Yeah, man, that story crazy, right? He did put his hands on her, but she made it to be more something than it was. He said she broke her neck. Come to find out, she was born with a double jointed neck type shit, and when they took the X-rays, it made it seem like her neck was fucked up. So he didn't break her neck, but he did put hands on her. I will say this: it's like certain teams pick and choose who it is. It's like you gotta have a rule. Like if this happens, this was going to happen. It's like you can't pick and choose who you decide. Like, you know what? We're going to send him through therapy and we're going to work it out and we're going to keep him. You know what I'm saying? So depending on who you is, that's who it gives you leverage on what you did. Like, so for instance, all the shit that John Morant did, he ain't kicked out the league. That motherfucker gonna hit a 17-year-old and shit, all type of gun shit, all type of goofy shit. But like I say, it all depends on who you are and what caliber of player you are. You know what I'm saying? If your productivity outweighs, you know what I'm saying, my towers, and I'm gonna keep you type shit. You know what I'm saying? So, but hey, he made his choice. He gotta sleep in that bed. You know what I'm saying? But like I keep telling y'all, fellas, hey, listen, leave them hoes alone, bruh. Play ball and get your money. And if you want to get some coochie, pay for it. Don't be wiping them hoes up. I know that's what happened. She probably done fucked off one another motherfucker. And
She used to mess around with somebody else famous or something like that. She was somebody else's girl before.
Yep.
Reggie, you got no comment?
Nah, I really don't know the whole story. So I just say I wish him the best.
Hey, hopefully that brother get the help he need. Hopefully the young lady be okay. But I did see that, Miguel, where they talked about the brother didn't break her neck, and so they had to drop the 2nd-degree assault.
Yeah.
So maybe if he was talented, so I'll give him maybe a couple years. Maybe somebody take a flyer out on him.
Nah, he
Make him sit out a season or two.
It's too
Go
much.
overseas. Go
too
be
much.
the European Player of the Year, because that's what's gonna happen.
You go be Steph. You say go be Stephon Marbury.
Yeah. It's too much talent in the NBA to be putting up with if you're not no top tier guy. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a lot of Kevin Porters. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, it is.
it's not like generational talent. You know what I'm saying? We're like, yeah, we're gonna deal with it now.
But he can make some serious bread. He can make some serious fucking bread overseas because he's gonna be way better than all the motherfuckers.
Yeah. All right, guys, it's our favorite time. This is we kind of been off on our picks, but it's pick time. And as usual, we start off with college and the big game: OSU versus Penn State. Who we got, guys?
Penn State.
I'm rocking with Penn State too.
I'm gonna rock with O State on this one.
I got O State.
Okay. Next up, we got who we got up next?
Bama, Tennessee.
I'm going Bama.
I'm going Tennessee.
I got Tennessee.
I don't like Bama, so I'm going with Tennessee.
All right. Okay. Next up, we got my nose playing Duke. Of course, I'm rocking with my nose, but I know Duke is pretty tough this year. Hopefully, knock on wood, but hopefully the quarterback is still not healthy enough, and that'll make things easier.
I'm gonna go with Florida State. Duke is serious, but I'm gonna go with Florida State.
I'm rocking with Duke because I don't like FSU.
Oh, you're such a hater. Go ahead, man.
I got Florida State. It's gonna be a good game though.
All right, next up, who we got?
Utah, USC.
Utah.
USC.
Man,
hey, listen, I think Utah are gonna blow them out.
They're gonna definitely win. USC
Suspect as hell, but I'm not gonna count Caleb out.
All right.
I shouldn't have did Notre Dame, but I was rooting for Notre Dame. But I'm going for USC this week. Who we got next?
Washington State versus Oregon.
Oregon.
Too.
What'd you say, Miguel? Who you got?
I got Oregon.
Okay. And wait, I'm sorry. Was that last of college?
That was the last of college. Now we gotta go to the NFL with the Lions versus the Ravens.
This is gonna be a good one.
I'm gonna take the Ravens.
Where they playing at?
I think it's at Ravens. I think it's in Baltimore.
If it was at Detroit, I'd take the Lions. I'll take the Ravens.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Ravens. It's gonna be raining probably. Lamar Jackson just gonna keep running the ball.
Give me the Lions. I'll take the Lions. I'll be the oddball.
I'll go with Lions. I think they're going to be able to get to Lamar enough to change the tide of the game.
All right.
Next, you got Chargers versus the Chiefs.
Chiefs.
Yeah, the Chiefs.
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 Easy enough.
The
Who we got
last,
last one.
you got-
Let's go, Eagles, baby. Fly, Eagles, fly.
Dolphins.
okay.
Dolphins gonna scorch their ass,
Fucking
bro.
old Florida over everybody.
I'm trying to think
ass.
what I wrote down. Hold on.
I got
Dolphins gonna
Eagles.
scorch their ass. I put money.
Man, I
I
gotta
want to
see.
make sure I say true
I'ma go
to
right
what I wrote. That's a tough one, man. I'm gonna go with Miami.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Fair enough. So that wraps up AAA Sports episode 3. I want to thank all y'all for watching. Reggie, you got any shout outs?
Shout out to y'all.
Yellow Bands, aka Unbreakable. Any shout outs?
No, man. Just salute everybody who's watching the show, man. Like I say, look out for more Unbreakable gear, man. You know what it is, bro.
Yeah. Man, aka Big Chicken. Any shout outs?
It's
Don't be
just,
shouting out your soft ass brother Michael either.
oh, nah, Michael, nah. You know, shout out to Eagles, though. You know what I'm saying? Y'all hate on Hurts a little bit, but the next game we're gonna show out. We're gonna show up, show out, do what we gotta do. But besides that, the cast, everybody here, it's just all fun.
Yo, shout out to them whack ass 49ers and my dad, Darnell. He a 49ers fan. Bang,
Bang,
run a
Niners.
train on the 49er game. We like that L they took. Because I'm petty. I don't care. I'm enjoying my victories while I got them. And I know we play later on in the season. Other than that, shout out to D80, my brother. Shout out to Diallo Band. Shout out to, be sure to check out Pussy Talks that drops at 9 p.m. tomorrow evening. And Product of the 80s is dropping. What we doing, Friday, Reg?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to shoot for Friday.
Friday. You gonna, well, Diallo, you gonna be free? Because I know you got some shit on your chest you need to let go.
Friday. I don't have nothing going on Friday.
6:30 or 7 o'clock, good for y'all?
That's fine.
All right.
Yeah, or later.
So, yeah, Product of the 80s will be on Friday. We'll make sure that drop that for y'all so y'all can check us out. We thank y'all for who came in. Shout out to Teron Holland. Shout out to Dana. Shout out to Vivo. Shout out to Deshaun Crenshaw. Yo, and anybody else who stopped in, left comments, likes, and all that good stuff. We thank y'all. We appreciate y'all. Good night.
Good night.
Stream, Manny.